What is going on, you guys? This is TechHD coming at you with a brand new unboxing video, and today what we're going to be taking a look at is this bad boy right here. So this is a Netgear Nighthawk Pro Gaming Switch. This is the SX10 Pro Gaming Switch, and for those of you guys that don't know, I unboxed the Netgear Nighthawk XR500 and also did a how-to video. If you guys haven't seen that, I'll leave it down in the description below, or you could click on the eye on the right corner. I'm pretty sure I'm aiming it correctly, and you guys can see it as well. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, this is a gaming switch, and with gaming switches there are a little bit of difference. It doesn't provide you internet and stuff like that, and also since this is the Nighthawk Pro Gaming series, it's Netgear and also partnered with netduma, so we also have that Duma OS system, which is really dope. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a look at this, we're going to be seeing the features, and then we're going to be seeing if it's really worth the price. Now the issue about this is that price point. This goes for around $299 US dollars, which is pretty insane for a Switch, but it provides you so many features. But we're going to really see if it's worth the price and if it's worth for everybody. Obviously not, but let's see who is this really worth for. Okay, you guys, so we got the box over here. This is the Nighthawk Pro Gaming SX10 gaming switch, and as you can see right here on the right side, we got up to 10 gigabit multi-gig ports. So we got 2 of those, and then we got 8 other regular 1 gigabit ports. Ultimate gaming dashboard. So the UI is really nice because of the Duma OS, and then RGB LED lighting, because everything needs RGB LED lighting nowadays because it's 2018, so everything needs that. Premium metal housing, and then as you can see in the back, we could see the user interface, how it is. You could monitor everything, and then you could pretty much limit on how much bandwidth something is taking up, whether if somebody's watching Netflix or anything like that, or if you're playing a game, you want your game to have a little bit less bandwidth or more bandwidth, or you want your stream to have more bandwidth. And then we got the customizable LED lights over here as well. Then we got the gigabit Ethernet ports, and then we got the 2 10 gigabit multi-gig ports, and then I believe you could combine them together for link aggregation. We got the power socket, and as well as the LED on and off button. Alright, so let's get into this. Alright, so we got the installation guide over here, and then we got this 3 simple steps using the Netgear app, and then we got the switch itself. God damn, this is heavy. It's got some weight to it, and this is pretty huge. I thought that the switch would be a lot smaller. And then we got the power, and that seems to be about it. There's no Ethernet cable provided or anything like that. Alright, so let's move this over to the side. Alright, so now let's take a look at the switch itself, and this is really crazy. The metal is ridiculous, god damn. Alright, so we got the 8 Ethernet connections, and then we got the 2 10 gigabit connections right here, as well as the power and the LED on and off button. You could really customize it and really make it fit your liking. So this is pretty dope. This feels like crazy quality, and now we're going to be taking a look at this. We're going to be setting this up with the XR500 gaming router, and then we're going to see how this really performs and if it really does make a difference. Alright, you guys, so now having everything all set up and having the router connected to the switch, and then all my devices connected to the switch, to get to the switch, we have to go to the Windows Explorer, we have to go to the network, and then we have to double click the Nighthawk SX10. After that, we just hit yes. It's opening up a page. Very nice. And then we got the login and password, and then we have the device itself. I'm going to turn this off, and I'm gonna full screen this, and then this is the entire home section. So as you can see right here, I got the first device that's connected to it is my PC, as well as I have my Xbox, my PS4, and then my Arlo security camera. And then it tells me that to have 10 be the router, so that's why I have connected. And then if we pretty much expand this, we could see all the speeds, the length, all of that. And for this setup, I'm using Cat6 cables, but I'm still receiving a gig of internet speed, so I'm not getting the full speed of everything. And what's cool is the way that I have everything set up. I could change the LED colors, I could change the brightness, all of that, so I really know what I'm getting in real time. And then if we go, this entire thing is the information. We got the LEDs, so really nice quick ways to configure stuff, as well as lag. Lag is not lag, it's link aggregation, so that's pretty good to know. So let's go to the gaming section. This is where you could really see what's being utilized, what's taking up a lot of the upload or the download bandwidth, all of that in like the last 5 minutes, 30 minutes. So if I'm playing a game and I really want to monitor everything, this is what I'm be doing. As well, I could limit the ports, how much of bandwidth that the ports are taking up, which is pretty cool. So pretty much for port 1, 2, and 3, I don't have any limits. I decided not to do that. Port 4 for the security cameras, I set it to 50 megabits per second. That is the minimum that you could do. You can't go any less, otherwise I would have done 25, but it automatically gives me 50. So that's what I can't do. That kind of sucks. Everything else I just have no limits, and then nothing else is really connected to it. Port 10 as well. Going to the switching, this is pretty interesting because this has its own QoS system, which is really cool. So the way that I have it set up is I have my console and my PC set to high. So I have high for P7, which is pretty much the highest, and then everything else is P6. P6, I have the security camera set to medium, so P5, and then I have everything else to the lowest, P0000, except the one that's connected to my router, which is the P7, which is high. So then I apply that. I don't want to do any rate limits. I don't want to do that. Only the security cameras, which is 50 megabits per second. As well, this broadcast filtering prevent massive transmission of broadcast packets forwarded to every port on the switch. I have that disabled right now. Maybe I'll just enable it, and then we'll see what happens. Then we got virtual LAN. Nothing really crazy here. And then we have Multicast, which is, I like this one because it has the IGMP snooping, which is turned on to optimize performance of multicast streaming and mirroring traffic, which is pretty cool. Nothing else really special here. And then we got lag, which is link aggregation. So if I want to link up 2 ports to like something, so let's say for example, if I want to connect a NAS drive to it, and then if I want to transfer stuff a lot quicker, I could have port 1 and port 2 be that, and then connect it to the NAS, so it could get a lot more bandwidth at the same time. So I could constantly be sending files and then not have any issues with how long it's taking or anything like that, which is really cool. Diagnostics I really like, especially the cable testing. This one is really dope because it tells me if there's any issues with any of the cables, like for example if there's crosstalk or if it's just not functioning correctly. So I have port 1, 2, 3, 4, and 10. These are brand new ports, so they shouldn't have any issues, which they don't. They're Cat6 cables and everything is showing okay. If I were to connect ones that are causing issues or just don't have ports, then it would take a little bit longer, and it'll be sending a signal to the cables, and then it'll tell me that there's nothing connected to it. If there was an issue, it would tell me the fault distance from the switch as well as the test results. Is it okay? The fault distance from the switch, it could say crosstalk or something like that. So you could really keep an eye on your wiring, and if there's any issues, you can easily replace it and then have no issues whatsoever. So as you can see right here, there's no cable, no cables, none of that. The loop prevention is pretty interesting. This blocks ports in a loop. If the loop is detected, the port with smaller bandwidth is blocked. When bandwidth is the same, the port with higher port number is blocked, which is pretty cool. Then this port mirroring, send a copy of the network packets seen on one port to a network monitoring connection to on another port, which is pretty cool. The port statistics, so this is just telling me all the information that I would like to know if you really want to get really in depth with this, as well as the settings. These settings, it has presets, so if you want gaming stuff to be, then it automatically organizes it the way that they think that the gaming will be for you. For example, they say that port 1 should be your gaming console, but I have it for my PC, and then port 2 should be for your streaming device, so my PC, but I have that for my Xbox, and then everything else is 3 to 9, and then have 10 be my my router. But the issue that I have with this is that, as you can see, gaming, 10 is gaming, 9 is media streaming, and 1 is uplink. I think that should be switched because in the instructions it told me that uplink is 10, gaming is 1, and the media streaming is 2. So it's flipped for some reason. So I don't know if that causes anything, but pretty much the presets is going with what it is. So I have no idea. But then there's the media streaming presets, and then there's the standard presets. I'm not going to add anything because I did it all manually. Configuration, files, and the LED lights. The LED lights I really like because I can really configure this to the way that I like it. So this supports RGB lighting, which is pretty crazy for a Switch, but you could get really creative and then have a nice little setup. So what I have for everything. I have the 1 gigabit to be red, and then it goes lighter color. So 1 is red, 2.5 gigabits is orange, and then 5 is yellow, and then 10 is green. So I have the highest frequency set to this one, that's my PC, and then same thing for 2, I have that set to highest, and then 3 I have set to highest. If it goes anywhere lower, like 100 megabits per second, that's white. There's a couple devices that are going through 100 megabits per second, but that's because they're in sleep mode, so that's what it tells me. But then when I turn it on, it turns red, which is really cool. And then same thing over here, everything else is pretty much the same. The power LED is really interesting because I can set it to green or blue or whatever color, and then it has the little color wheel, so I could go really in depth with what it is. What sucks is that I just have to click on it. I wish I could like drag it, so if I want to get like any precise color, but as you can see right here, I'm holding it down, but it's not allowing me to see what color it is. And I wish I could go really in depth and put the RGB like hex color, which you know, I'm just being picky with it, but nothing crazy. Then the power saving mode, I have that disabled. And then there's the firmware, just to make sure that you have the latest firmware. You can reboot the switch if there's any issues. You can register it, the switch discovery, the factory default, and the password. So that's pretty much the user interface of the switch. It is pretty cool, and if it's mainly for people that really want to get in depth with this and really want to know the statistics, the specific numbers that they are receiving, and making sure that there's no issues whatsoever. What I really think is really cool about this are the LED lights, first of all, and the cable testing. The cable testing is really cool, so you don't know if you're having any faulty wiring in the walls, or if any of the cables that you're using are faulty, unless you actually test them. And what's cool is that the switch provides you with that, which is pretty dope. So there you guys have it. That is my unboxing and first look of this bad boy right here, the Nighthawk SX10 gaming switch. It is really dope, and it has a lot of cool features. Plus, the build quality of this is honestly unbelievable. This thing is all metal. It's got some weight to it. It is pretty crazy, and it's so much better quality than the router, and any other switch that I've really done or seen or used. But it is really dope, and really for the price, I'm gonna be honest, for the price that's like around 300 bucks, it's not gonna be for everybody. We all know that. We know that it's not gonna be for everybody. It's only gonna be for those people that have multiple devices, that want to connect it to, that want it to be wired, and 4 ports is not enough. You have more devices, you want to connect it to that. You want to prioritize which ones is better, which ones you want, like pretty much QoS, which one is the highest, the most important, to medium to low. The router has that feature as well. It's also for somebody that wants to do link aggregation. They want to connect 2 things to something else, or they want something to support 10 gigabit speed, so it provides you with 2 of those, which is pretty crazy as well. So it's not for everybody. As well as the cable testing. The cable testing is a cool feature that I would love for them to have on the routers if it's possible. And the user interface is nice and organized, and it's really easy to use and to understand. So, but overall, it's not for everybody. It's not going to be for everybody, but it is really dope, and it is really cool to have. And it's something that, you know, for those of you guys that are really into technology, for those of you guys that have so many devices, then this could be for you, and you never know, you might really like it, and it might be something that you're actually missing. So there you guys have it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Huge shout out to Netgear for providing me with the switch to unbox and do a first look. I will be doing a more in-depth review. You never know, my opinions might change. Maybe this could be for everybody, or maybe this could be for nobody. We have no idea. I've just started testing this out for like a day or 2 pretty much. But there you guys have it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have not seen the video of the XR500, I did an unboxing and also a how-to video on that. You can click on the eye right here to check that out, and also I will have everything down in the description below so that you guys can go check it out. But let me know down in the comments below on what you guys think about this. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitch. As always, it's TechHD. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace!